What can AI do for your business? I get asked this question all the time. People know that you can write content, create social media posts, do some fun outputs, but there's also so much hype and so much overwhelming information, new products every day, get rich quick schemes, scams. It's very hard for a regular business owner to kind of keep up. What can AI do for me? Is this AI thing worth investigating? So today I'm going to break down 10 things you can do with AI as a business owner that will help you think smarter, think more strategically, get a little bit more done, and make AI feel useful to your business. My name is Monica Poling, and for more than 2 decades, I've been helping businesses think strategically about what's next. Usually I work with a business when they're at a point of inflection of change, and I come in and help them figure out how to tell their story in a way that attracts millions of dollars through SBA loans, grants and RFPs, partnership dollars. And AI is the latest tool in helping businesses who want to build something that matters, businesses that want to chase their big idea, want to do more with the time and the resources they have. Before we dive too far into what can AI do for your business, it helps to realize that AI means different things to different people. It's an umbrella term. It's like the economy or art or health. How you refer to AI might be different than someone else. It could be a chatbot. It could be a content generator. It could be an analysis tool. It could create videos or images or PowerPoints for you. It can get exhausting because there's so many people using AI in so many ways. It makes you feel like you're perpetually behind. You just always feel like, oh my gosh, I haven't kept up with all the latest things. But the good news is that when you think about AI, you can think about it in 3 pillars. And no matter what is produced, what comes out, AI basically happens in 3 pillars. The first pillar is amplify. The second pillar is analyze. And the third pillar is automate. So amplify does things faster, analyze helps you think better, and automate helps you put things on autopilot that you do routinely and regularly every day. So we're going to go down the list and we're going to break down under these 3 pillars what AI can do for your business. All right, let's start with amplify. These are your power moves. These are the things that you do to move these routine tasks along faster in your business. Amplify is probably where most casual AI users are at. So obviously, move 1, you can write things faster. And you could just put down your idea, give me a social media prompt, give me a blog post, give me a letter, write a letter of recommendation, write a review letter, all of the content production that AI sort of famously started with and is still adequate at doing. It's not always faster because sometimes you do have to go back in and reframe and fix the language that doesn't sound so artificial intelligence-y, but there are tricks and tips to make that better and easier for you as well. But basically, it is this power move of just moving those routine tasks off your desk. Instead of struggling with blank page syndrome, you could just get that letter written, get it done, and send it out. Move 2, the second move 2, is brainstorming. And I love to use AI for this. I use it a lot when I'm creating my to-do list for the week, my action plan, my strategic plan. I use AI to brainstorm all the time. I might ask it to tell me about other content creators who are focusing on AI, brainstorm ways that I stand out, that my content is different, brainstorm what they're doing, why is their information successful. I'm looking for a title and I don't like all of the titles you've given me. Brainstorm some new title ideas, maybe brainstorm a different angle. Brainstorm, hold your camera up to your fridge and look at the ingredients that are in your fridge and ask AI to create a recipe for you. That's not a business tip, but you could do similar brainstorming. You could upload a few documents and ask it to brainstorm a methodology or a framework for you. Move 3, create a plan. I love plans. I am a girl with a plan. I love strategic plans and business plans and SBA plans. And I love plans because it helps keep us on track. It's like a map, right? I'm starting at point A. I know I need to be at point B. I know I need to be there by this time, this date, this financial situation. How am I going to get there? What's going to keep me on track and what's going to be to-do items on my list that just aren't helpful into moving my car from point A to point B, moving my business from point A to point B. So AI you can upload, you can take your to-do list, whatever format it's in. If it's a handwritten to-do list, you can snap a photo. If it's in a Notion file or a Word doc, you can download as a PDF. You can even connect your AI to your planning tools and upload your to-do list into AI, give it a little bit of context about who you are, where you want to go, where's point B on your map, and what time do you need to be there, what kind of are the financial places you want to be, the financial milestones, and tell it to look at your plan and be ruthless about just telling you what should be your priority, what's a maybe if you have time for it, and then just all the other stuff that should get moved off. And if you're like me, you think of all these cool ideas, you see people talking, you're like, ooh, I want to do that, and you add it to your list. And AI will be very good at telling you what you should remove. And if you ask it nicely, or if you ask it at all, it will tell you why you should remove certain items. It won't help you financially. It's just a distraction. It is a new pathway. And you can negotiate with AI a little bit too. Like, oh, well, I really want to keep this because, and usually it's pretty forgiving. It'll let you keep the things you really want to keep. But it will make you think about, why are certain things on your plan? Do you really need to accomplish these things as you're growing your business? The next pillar is analyze. And planning, which we just talked about, sort of straddles amplifying and planning, but analyzing is I love to use AI for analyzing. I like to ping pong ideas back and forth. I call AI my sparring partner because it really can give you some very valid rationale and reasoning based on its entire huge database of what other businesses have done successfully, not successfully, overcome roadblocks, overcome failure, overcome not meeting deadlines. And it can help you analyze your way through your steps to be a better business person. And it makes you think more strategically, because when AI just outputs a piece of content, you could just post it as is. I don't recommend that. But when you think strategically, when you ask it to analyze data, it makes you think about what moves you're taking, and are those worth your time as you're building a larger business, and it makes you wonder, it makes you ask, are these tasks worth my time as I grow my business? So move 4 is analyze large volumes of data. You can take old grant proposals, customer reviews, customer feedback, annual reports, quarterly reports, upload that all into an AI chat and ask it to analyze what are trends that I might have missed about my own business. What are customers saying? Has the feedback changed? Has it gotten warmer or cooler? And just allowing AI to kind of see the things that you might miss. It might be a blind spot for you that you haven't paid attention to. This information you have because so many other things you've allowed your noisy to-do list to take precedence, instead of analyzing all the data that are in these forms that you already have gathered. Move 5, run a competitive analysis. I can't recommend this highly enough. A lot of people start their business idea and think, oh my gosh, this is the best business idea ever. I can't believe no one is doing it. Unless you're, inventing the hula hoop or the pet rock, probably some elements of what you're doing has been done before. Hopefully it is been done before, because if it's brand new, nobody will know they need it. Nobody will know they want to buy it. So the fact that you have competitors and other people are doing the work you do is good news, because it means people want your service. So what you can do is tell AI either these are my competitors, or find competitors, find people who are doing really well at the similar product. What do they do better than me? What am I lagging on? What could I do better? And feed it as much data as you can about your business. If you do have a business plan or a business overview, feed it. Let it know what customers you're targeting, what your voice and language is that you're trying to achieve. Let AI know who you are and ask it, how am I better? How am I different? What do I still need to do to compete in the same arena or excel in the same arena as my competitors? Move 6, the PCR prompt. I use this prompt all the time, like probably daily. In fact, I use the PCR prompt so often, I've trained all my AI tools to keep in memory that it means pros, cons, and recommendations. Now, AI, the more you use it, will save knowledge about you. It'll know things about you. So the more it knows about you, the better the PCR prompt will be, because it'll base those pros, cons, and recommendations on what it knows to be true about you. But even without, you can say, oh, I'm thinking about upgrading my newsletter strategy. Instead of sending it monthly, I'd like to send it weekly. What are the PCRs, pros, cons, and recommendations? So it might tell you something like, oh yes, hearing more from you helps you stay top of mind with customers. Cons, well, a weekly newsletter does take more time and resources. Does your business have that? Can it afford it? And then recommendations, based again on its memory of what it knows about you, it will make a recommendation customized to your situation. And if it gets the recommendation wrong, first of all, it'll tell you where your head's at. If you're like, I don't like that recommendation at all, thank you, you clarified, no problem. But you can also tweak it and say, you know what, I don't only focus on that thing. I think you can ask it to reframe the recommendation and the PCR based on a new reality if it has the wrong things in memory about you. But I use this every day, from everything to, it's raining, should I go out for dinner, versus, should I update my business strategy? Okay, so you're getting more done. You've amplified your work through the pillar 1. You're analyzing, you're thinking better about your business. AI is forcing you to really kind of think about what you want to do, what you want to be known for, how you want to operate. So the third pillar is automate. And that is where you start to build systems around the business and the work you do, the repeatable tasks you do every day. You're like, oh, I can't believe I have to send out another welcome to my membership letter or thanks for subscribing letter. These are the things that AI can take and, based on your voice and your outputs, automate for you. I would argue that when most people talk about AI taking all jobs, changing how we work, they're not talking so much about just AI. They're not really talking about the first 2 pillars. They're talking about automation. And in fact, probably you're starting to hear a little bit more about assistance and agentic AI. And agentic AI is the ability to take a task you do routinely and put it into a prompt, put it into a custom GPT, a project, a chatbot, and then those chatbots will output that thing routinely for you. So move 7, automate your admin tasks. I work with a client who still has interns inputting business cards when they can get to it. First of all, the intern never has time to get to the business cards. So they have stacks and stacks and stacks of business cards they never get to. By the time they go into your database, into your newsletter, people have forgotten who you were, why they met you. You get angry spam marks. It's really, there's just no reason for a human to input business cards, right? There's so many tools that you can use to just snap a photo of the business card, boop, it automatically goes to a container depending on how you want to use your data from the people you've met. My recommendation is you automate. Once someone scans a business card, at the end of the night, after you've met your people, you scan those business cards. At a trade show, you do it as you're meeting people at the booth. That input automatically goes into a container, an automated container, where you say, send it automatically an email that says, hey, it was so great meeting you at so-and-so trade show, so-and-so fair. Would love to stay connected. Would you like me to add you to my email list? Can we set up an appointment? Whatever you want their next step or your next step to be, and have that go out automatically. Create all of that beforehand, before you ever attend the show. Once you've built the tool once, you can build it over and over and over again. And an intern never has to look at another business card, really, as long as they live, unless, of course, you're having them snap the photo. But do it the day after so you stay top of mind with the people you just met. Don't wait 6 months. There's no need to do that any longer. Move 8, build a workflow. Have AI build the workflow for you. I like to call this my if-then statement, where if a thing happens, then something else happens automatically. So this could be, if someone subscribes to my newsletter, then they automatically get a thank you for subscribing. Here are ways you can work with me. If someone asks for more information or asks for a calendar meeting, then they get the notice automatically. Here's my calendar, set up an appointment. This eliminates all back and forth. How's 3 p.m. at Thursday? How's Friday at 2 p.m.? Let's look at next week. All of that is a huge waste of time that AI can eliminate automatically. So using the if-then, what are the things that you do repeatedly that technology can help you do? And then when you say that, okay, if someone subscribes to my newsletter, then they get a welcome email. You now ask AI to write the entire workflow and how you can automate it. Obviously, with newsletters, most of the newsletter tools out there, kit.com, MailerLite, MailChimp, Constant Contact, all of them have automations built in. You don't really even need to know AI anymore, but AI can help you create a better workflow, help you create the emails that go out automatically. But creating workflows for everything that you do that requires just zero brain power and it's just on autopilot, get those off your plate and have AI create the workflow and automate the tasks. Move 9, create content distribution systems. So you've written a blog post or a long form LinkedIn post or written a letter to a client that explains what you do. All of these can be turned into a whole entire network ecosystem of content. So you could take that letter you wrote to a client that probably says, here's why I'm great. Here's some testimonials about my work. Here are ways you can work with me. Here are ways you can make an appointment with me. You put that into AI and ask, give me 3 tweets, whatever X.com calls it now, tweets. Give me 3 Facebook posts. Give me 3 LinkedIn. Give me 3 Pinterest posts, and you can turn it into a whole ecosystem of content based on that one artifact, on that one piece of content. Same thing with a blog. You can take your blog link, put it into ChatGPT, and tell it, I want 10 pieces of content across whatever the platforms are, and it will create that for you automatically. No need to stress about whatever content you're producing on any given day. And, oh my gosh, what should I put on social media? It can even create a whole calendar for you where it watches for too much duplication, not enough repetition, and will build the whole content ecosystem for you. And then move 10, reduce human error. And this, again, is somewhere between analysis and automation, but having a second set of eyes. When I was a journalist, we had a rule at my magazine that no piece of content got published without a second and sometimes a third set of eyes if it was a cover story or a feature story. A lot of people, we don't have the team or the staff to really take on the proofreading task, take on the did this workflow work correctly task. So what you can do is you can build your workflow, you can build your content distribution system, then build another automation tool that once your first automation is done, you put it into the second automation and it strictly is an error checker. Are there typos? Does this align with my business profile? Does it align with my customer wants and needs? So building out some proofreading aspects so that you don't accidentally send an RFP with the wrong potential client name, with the wrong contract number. And you can have AI create these systems that are literally just building a second set of eyes so that you don't look like you rushed through the process and that you took some time and you had some care. So we've seen that AI can help you amplify, it can help you analyze, it can help you automate. But one thing AI is not great at is building the big idea, building things that matter, building something that's different. AI aggregates known information from your data, from the general data set that it's been trained on. But when you're building something new, it is a little harder to get AI to kind of play with you correctly. So you want to be careful that you're asking AI the right questions. Otherwise, AI is just moving you in the wrong direction faster, and you're not paying attention to where you want to be. You're not moving from A to B. You're moving A to points unknown in the desert. And you want to be a little careful that AI is very well trained on what you want to build and why it matters so that it can help you build what you want to build and not just a carbon copy of everything else that's out there. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. We'll be talking about the big idea and how to use AI to grow your big idea every week. And you can also go to my website and download my free guide, The Anatomy of the Big Idea. It will help you conceptualize. It'll help you take your idea from vision to strategy to plan to momentum, so that you're not just keeping your great ideas in your head. You're using your own judgment and AI to move things forward, to create alignment for your business. And next week, we're going to dive deeper into finding your North Star, that one constant that as you're building your big idea, if things don't work or don't feel right or AI gives you the wrong outputs, how you stay aligned to your larger vision so that every week you feel motivated and energized by what you're building and what you're growing, so you keep going in the right direction and you don't get distracted by all the shiny tools that AI provides. Until then, I hope you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.